You got it right here, big buck. Oh, you're such the biggest guy. You're the biggest guy in the whole big guy. Oh my God, we're live.
We're live. Keep going.
You're so big. It redefines big.
Yeah. Hello, one. Hello, all. Welcome to the August 3rd through 5th edition of Showbiz, all with yet more PR, but we'll get to that in a minute. But first, Peter from Bearded Movie Guy. Say hi.
Hey, everybody. I'm Peter from Bearded Movie Guy.
See, now you're getting it. And Lindsay from My 2 Cents of Nonsense.
Oh, God. I have to do a voice now. Hi, everybody.
What do you blink it?
I'm Mr. Banker.
I just said that. Oh, wait. I'm ill-prepared yet again. My oven was on fire. But no, I'm sort of prepared. Here's the weekend that was.
Bet.
Mission Impossible not falling off too far, which is kind of interesting. Christopher Robin kind of. I'll be honest. It shocked me a bit. 25 million. Spy Who Dumped Me. Can you hear me?
I can hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, Spy. Yeah. See, of everything, I think I saw. Maybe it's just a television I watched. I saw more advertisements for Spy Who Dumped Me.
Yeah.
And
I saw a few things for it, but I kind of kept forgetting it existed.
Yeah. It's strange because Mamma Mia 2 came into fourth, where it's like they're both kind of female-centric audiences. Like
they are.
It's kind of they kind of fuck each other over. If you ask me.
Well, no, they did the difference being Mamma Mia 2 already has a built-in audience,
Right.
and Spy Who Dumped Me seems like a movie that they would show on a plane.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. It's totally a movie that you would see while you're on a plane. That's the kind. It's like, oh, it doesn't look offensive. It doesn't look bad. It just looks like a movie that you'd be like, well, I'm on a plane. I got 2 hours to kill. Spy Who Dumped Me. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, okay, sure.
Oh, that's what's her face in that 80s show. Yeah, I'll watch
exactly. That. It's like that's what the movie like seems to me. That was their core demographic.
Just send me your web,
plane movies.
Send me your web zone address, and I'll email you this pizza roll. I'm just loading up the chat now that people are talking about pizza rolls. I don't know if that was timed with our Plinkett, but
it was.
it's quite funny. I don't have it here, but Dino, the honorary 4th member, perfect yet again.
Yes.
But none of us were. Well, Lindsay, you got really close, but you held your you held that stupid number 4 pick in there.
Hey,
and you went and saw it and tried to help.
I saw it 6 times and it wasn't enough. I know every line of dialogue.
Right.
So I'll say this about The Darkest Minds: it is the best YA movie I've seen in 4 years.
Well, that's saying bundles. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you count Ready Player One as YA?
No.
I do. So I do take my statement back. Yeah. It's YA for guys.
Yeah.
I mean, minus the love triangle. Maybe that in which.
Yeah, I didn't get Ready Player One being YA for guys because its core your audience are me. Like they're guys that grew up in the 80s that have fond memories. I'm not young.
Yeah, but you were a YA in the 80s.
But no, in the 80s I was. But it's being written for me now, right? Okay. So I'm not a young adult. It's more middle-aged adults. Crisis,
that's a good point. So it's got the YA stylings to it without actually being a YA movie. That's a better way of putting it.
Because its target audience wasn't teenagers. Its target audience was guys like me.
Yeah. That's fair.
Totally in their early 40s who want to relive the 80s.
Middle-aged then, but the movie be YA?
Yeah, I think the movie would be more YA.
Yeah,
because they threw a lot more references to 90s stuff in there. Yeah. Because just anything they could reference and get away with, they referenced.
I just want to make a note of the fact that I unfortunately haven't been keeping track of Dino's scores, but from the last 2 weeks alone, he's had 10. I have 24 in 14 weeks, and Dino's pretty. I'm assuming he's got at least maybe that
We've been doing this for 14 weeks?
Yeah. Wow, we have 3 weeks left, and then we do the fall. I think I did the math, Peter. You just need, what is it, 6 points over the next 3 weeks? And that's with everybody going perfect. That's with Lindsay going perfect. You just need 6 points over the next 3 weeks.
All right, so I'm not gonna just for anyone who's looking at like put my thing back up for a second.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Just no, dude. It's for anyone who did not watch last week. I picked The Darkest Minds to be second for fun.
Oh, here we go with the excuse
for funsies.
For funsies. And it came in 8th.
And third and fourth, and third and fourth. What's your excuses there?
Third and fourth. Listen, take Darkest Mind out there. I'm right for third and fourth,
and bump up. And what do you put in fourth?
Then I would have put Mamma Mia in fourth.
Likely story.
I would have been perfect, and I would have been that much. I would have been in the 40s.
20.
But
you know what I do enjoy, Peter? If you times where you put Darkest Minds by where I put Darkest Minds, we get where it actually ended up.
That is accurate.
So just no CP, no more fun picks. I'm actually trying to win this now. It's like I don't want to mess up my score. So
Peter, that was the last time. We have 3 weeks left, and this is the last week that where a movie matters. It's the Meg, Black Klansman, and then next week is dog shit, and the week after that is like, what are these movies?
Dude, I've never heard of any. Slender Man comes out this week too. Slender Man.
If you've been in the horror Facebook group, nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Like I don't.
That's because if you talk about him, he will come, and you don't want that.
Well, that meant good things for Bye Bye Man, now didn't it?
Yes.
Wait, guys! If we don't want it to get a sequel, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it, don't. Okay, I'm done. But.
Hello, Madness. Hello, Dino. Hello, Maurice. Everybody saying hello.
Hello,
noise in the chat. Hello.
Yeah, my daughter's watching.
Oh.
I'm watching the Meg in a bit with the horror show at the IMAX. Oh, no shit. That's awesome. Oh, you won one of their things. See, I would like to go with them, but there's this whole other side of the country.
Yeah.
Oh, so why don't we talk about that really quick? Because I mean, do you want to talk about anything that came out this weekend? Like honestly, Christopher Robin's why you fucked me, Darkest Mind.
I've been told Christopher Robin is delightful.
Sure, it looks absolutely precious. It does.
Yeah, it does. Like it's my sister went and saw it, and my sister is its target demographic, and she's like, "It's adorable."
Mm-hmm.
You know what the best part about The Darkest Minds was?
Oh boy, here we go.
The scene that very suddenly became Mad Max Fury Road.
In Darkest Minds, really?
Yes. There's a car chase, and it suddenly becomes a 3-car car chase, and then one of the psychic kids starts like pulling tree branches and leaves, and starts. So instead of like a big dust storm, it's like a big tree storm on this road as they're all like chasing and running into each other, and I'm like, you guys don't have the budget for this. Why are you doing this?
Oh, that's like what the fuck was that movie that came out in January?
Which one?
What's her name? Chloe Grace Moretz was in it, I think.
Oh, The Fifth Wave. A few years
that,
ago in January, but yeah.
That had a really good trailer and nothing else.
The opening scene of that movie was good. It was the scene where she's like, "Are you human? Are you not human?" And then she thinks he's got a gun, but he doesn't. And he kills her, and he's like, "Oh!" She kills him, and it's like, "Oh God, I killed someone over nothing." Like that's an effective scene.
Yeah.
The rest of the movie couldn't.
They used all their creative juices on that one scene, and then they're like, "What else we got? Nothing." Okay,
you could fill the Atlantic Ocean with movies that have a really good scene or that would be a really good short, but can't follow through on anything else.
It's like, this would be really funny if it was.
Oh, I like Valerian. Come on.
Of course, you like Valerian.
It was like Fifth Element. Come on.
all sizzle and no steak.
Well, you know what?
It looked beautiful and was pathetically written.
Here's the most flawed defense of this movie possible. If you take away the two leads, the movie's great. I mean,
it is weird that like you have a movie with Dane DeHaan and what is her name?
Cara Delevingne.
Cara Delevingne, and Cara Delevingne out-acted.
Yeah.
Like Dane DeHaan, and Dane DeHaan is a real actor.
Yeah, and Rihanna did good too.
She did. Everyone out acted the guy who's the best actor in the film, pretty much.
Yeah.
Clive Owen, but it's like, but
Clive Owen was good.
Clive Owen was in it, but
has there been a movie that Cara Delevingne has elevated? Like she was
other than that was the closest she's got to
Paper
elevating.
Towns, like she didn't have to do much in.
Right. But like she suddenly shows up in Pan, and it's just like, wait, why? How? Like it is just really distracting and makes that horrible movie even worse. And then like Suicide Squad, like.
Oh, Maurice says I was told take some tissues if you go see Christopher Robin.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be a tear.
I don't think it's that kind of movie.
Oh really?
Oh wait a minute. What you were thinking for a different reason? Never mind.
Ah, they take Eeyore, just fucking rip them apart.
Money shots fired. Splat, 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 splat.
Lindsay, do you have the 8th grade, the numbers and theater numbers for that?
That did well.
It did do really well. It came in second place, beating out Death of a Nation.
Second place? Wait, what?
No. Sorry, it came in 12th place, beating out Death of a Nation, which came in 13th place.
On less screens. Please say less screens.
It's actually 79 more screens.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, but I'll say this: when I saw Death of a Nation, I bought a ticket for 8th grade, so I supported 8th grade.
Did you really?
Hey!
I did, yeah, I bought a ticket for 8th grade.
We're not encouraging that. We just think it's funny.
Yes.
Right? Maybe a little encouragement, but not too much.
As much as legally is available, we will encourage that.
Is it illegal? Does the theater care? Like, you bought a ticket?
I don't think the theater cares. The movie company probably cares.
My history with the theaters, really, if the seats are empty, they don't care. It just buy popcorn. That's what I'm concerned about.
Yeah. Like, I went to the 11 o'clock Death of a Nation, specifically hoping no one else would be in the theater.
PM?
PM, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
How many people were there?
There are 3 others. 2 of them fell asleep, and then the other one was laughing at everything I was laughing at. Oh, and I'll give Death of a Nation this. One time when it wanted me to laugh, I did laugh.
Well, go ahead. Give us the punch on it. Let's spoil the propaganda film.
Oh, it was something terrible. It was just, what was it?
Oh, no. Did that Janessa Souza movie has something terrible in it? There's no way that's true.
No, the joke was like, and then like, it's a clip of Trump saying like, I might run. Yeah, sure, I might run for president. Then it cuts to John Oliver saying, "Do it." It's like, okay, that made me laugh.
I do remember that. That was back when John Oliver was on Daily Show. Shit.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. So what was the gross for 8th grade?
It's currently at. Well, I mean, I guess for the weekend it was $2,850,000.
Okay, and Dinesh D'Souza's train a little bit less than that.
2.3. Cool. So an extra 500 million.
I think Hillary's America made like 3.8.
And Darkest Minds made just over $5 million, which is a film that had a $35 million budget, I think.
Oh, did it really?
Well, did you see that they canned New Mutants?
Completely?
Which is sort of attached to what we're talking about. Yeah.
Wait, what? New Mutants? Really?
Yeah, canned.
So it's sitting somewhere, and they're not gonna release it at all. Not even direct to whatever.
Yeah, that's what I read.
Wait,
I certainly could be wrong. New Mutants and something else was canned.
Here's an article from Hip Hop Wired, which I've never heard from before. Maybe I'll try and find something else.
Journalism personified.
Yeah, I know, right? I didn't realize that.
It's like every time I see something that, like on Facebook that says like so and so's dead, I'm like, okay, I got to go get like 4 semi-critical sources that say it's so, like, that like at least someone. It's like it's like, oh, this person says dead. Okay, hold on, let's check.
I go to Twitter and it just, if their name is trending, then I'm like, yep, they're dead.
CNN says it, BBC says it, Fox says it, this says it. I'm like, okay, those are people that don't get along. It's like CNN and Fox generally don't get along. So if they're both saying it, there's a better chance, It's like, and then if BBC says it, it's like, okay, it's probably right. Yeah.
Okay, so what happened is they both had their schedule, their release dates pushed back like to next year.
That was a while ago.
According to this, that was July 31st, 2018. So just like last week.
I remember a couple of weeks back, and we might have even discussed it here, that it was pushed to 2019.
Yeah, we talked about it originally. Because we are all interested in it because it's like an X-Men film that's basically horror.
Yeah, I'm super stoked for New Mutants, and then they started announcing that the reshoots were like going to add whole new characters to it, and I'm like, I don't know about this, but
pushed, not scrapped.
Yeah, so they're February for Phoenix and August for New Mutants, both 2019.
I'm wondering if this has anything to do with it.
I was going to say if Disney is,
because they don't have Fox yet. Do they?
They don't, but they do, right?
Like they don't officially have it yet. So
I think it's progressed to the next step. Like I don't think it's like confirmed. Like they're not going to get bought out by AT&T like they thought, like or Comcast. Like it looked like it was going to happen for a second.
Oh, okay. So Comcast is out now.
Yeah, but it still needs to be like approved. I believe.
Yeah, because they're getting a bit of a monopoly over there.
A little bit. They're going to own like 34% of the annual box office, something like that. Like, that's scary.
Yeah. There was a time, like I've mentioned it before, but there was a time back in, I don't know how long ago it was, but they talked about the fact that Disney was trying to buy Warner Brothers.
Really?
And I'm just like, oh my Lord, this is like, because they're going to be like, and Batman and Iron Man are going to end like, oh no. I don't want them to hang out.
Warner's too fucked up. Warner's got to do their own thing right first. Paramount, Universal's doing all right with their idiot projects.
Paramount's struggling, but I think they're hanging in there for right now.
Yeah. Get back to me on Bumblebee.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. But Warner Brothers, like, what is the DCEU now? The DC Worlds, something like that. Like, they're just completely rebranding.
They're trying to rebrand it like the comics to some degree, which is smart. Where they're not like, listen, not everything we make is gonna be cohesive. So, which actually, I just watched a thing today on this, and it makes sense because, unlike Marvel, which Marvel has been obsessed for years about trying to make everything make sense. For years, DC's been around a lot longer than Marvel has. DC just had a whole bunch of stuff that counteracted each other, and like this contradicted this and this because like they're separate things. And then they brought it all together in this thing called Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is basically where there was like, no, this is on Earth 1, this is on Earth 2, this is on Earth 3. So it's like Justice League and this is it.
Are these going to be movies someday, Peter? Because you're doing that comic thing again.
Yeah, so no, this could hypothetically be movies one day, but what the new strategy is, from what I understand, I don't know if this is true, but is Warner Brothers, after trying to do the shared universe thing exactly like Marvel did it, and because they rushed it, which I think they did, like I don't think they rushed it as badly as some people talk, but because no one thought Guardians was rushed. It's like no one asked for a Groot movie, but they basically kind of gone, you know what, we're gonna do what we do with our comics, where it's literally like we're gonna have a movie that has nothing to do, like that has our characters, but has nothing to do with the rest of the movies.
I'm gonna counter you for a second, Peter.
Okay, go ahead.
I think I agree, but I can see where the disdain is for something like Justice League, because the Guardians of the Galaxy comparison, they're not like, names as far as
they're not, but no one came away from Guardians going, yeah, but I don't know the backstory of Rocket. And unless I know that story, I don't feel like I can empathize with that character. No,
I think that helps, though. I think the fact where it's just like, I don't know, it's just a bunch of it's a talking raccoon, a tree, a dude, and they're in space. Let's go. Whereas if you do Justice League, it's like, listen, I want at least 50% of the time to be Batman. Like there's these big characters, these icons.
It's the thing, Batman. Like when you do Justice League, Batman can't be 80% Batman and 20% everybody else, right? The comics don't work like that for Justice League comics. Like I have a Batman tattoo, so it's like I'm all on board for as much Batman as he can get, as long as it's good. But it's like when,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, no, it's animated in particular. Like, again, DC is killing it in the animated universe. They just need to bring some of that over into the live action universe, and they'll destroy some of the stuff Marvel's doing. No offense to Marvel, but like Marvel's.
I think they could do with your offense. I don't think it matters.
Like they're very, yeah, they don't care what I say. No, it's the thing. Like if you looked at their animated universes together, there's like you think that Marvel's killing DC. It's so much more lopsided the other direction.
Yeah, the straight to DVD stuff. In
the animated world, it's not even close. Like if they could harness some of that energy, and this is what sounds like they're doing. They're like, we're going to make a couple movies that literally have our characters that don't tie into the rest of the DC cinematic universe. So so that's why they're doing this Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix. They're announced that they're going to be doing a few other movies that literally are their characters but don't have to tie into Justice League universe. Like you won't have to have anything related to that. But they're still doing things like Shazam and stuff, which will tie in.
Shazam looks cute. Looks like fun.
Shazam would be good.
It looks like a good time, but it's tying it into the thing because like you see the Batarang and like the headline with like in the kids' drawer where it says Superman and stuff like that. So it's like they're tying it into the universe, but it's going to be a much lighter take on the universe because it's a 14-year-old boy that gets superpowers. Like, you know.
Am I the other one that's hesitant on Aquaman?
Oh, I'm hesitant.
You are. You're the only one in the whole universe.
In the group is what I meant.
Yeah.
No.
I don't. I mean, he was like the part of the Justice League movie that was like the least. Like I cared about it the least.
Yeah.
Like it's Khal Drogo. That's cool. But
I liked him.
Yeah, no, he was fine. But like I just didn't engage to him. I wasn't really drawn to him.
He wasn't given much to do.
Yeah. And it's just like I don't know, like I get like the world looks cool, like that underwater battle at the end with megalodons and shit.
Does it?
Dope.
I got serious John Carter flashbacks with that trailer, which was like, wow, a lot of CGI, a lot of color without any real.
I don't know.
I don't know. I love John Carter too, for the record. Just
it looks like it looks like what they're doing again is they're working more with the guy who wrote Shazam is the same guy who wrote this Aquaman story.
Okay.
And like
James Wan's a competent director too.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
so
totally is.
It's like they're basically taking origin stories from the New 52 line of the comics, which you don't need to know about. But they just like they're taking the core elements. Yeah, I'm talking more to CP. CP like, the New 52. I'm not going to explain it. They just relaunch every once in a while, so like they give you fresh universes, so that you don't be like, but I haven't read comics for 10 years. I don't know what's going on. It's like
it's how DC handles the whole thing of like, okay, these characters are 100 years old now. How are they? Like they just reset the universe every now and again, as opposed to age. Whereas like Marvel's thing is everything just kind of happened a couple of years ago. Captain America got unfrozen a couple of years ago. Thanos happened a couple of years ago. Like you just keep it vague. And so you don't have to worry about it. Whereas DC, it's more specific, but they keep resetting, so it doesn't matter. It's just different strategies.
Yeah, but anyway, I like if DC's moving that direction where they're like, listen, we're going to have some core titles that all tie in together, but we're going to have a lot of other stuff that doesn't. And you can just be explicit that this is a DC cinematic universe movie and this is a DC Worlds movie, where none of this has to tie into this crap. So don't worry about it.
I'm sorry. Let me cut you off, Peter. Lindsay, what was Teen Titans number? Speaking of,
I forgot to check that. Yeah. I'm bad at my job.
Because that's sort of popular, isn't it?
People are liking it. I want to see it actually. It looked kind of dorky, but I'm hearing good things. At 10th place with just shy of 5 million.
Didn't do well. Right? Second week.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it was in 5th place last week, so it's probably gonna be in 15th place next. I mean, it's niche.
Is it a kids movie, or is it like a 12-year-old can enjoy it? Like,
a 12-year-old could enjoy it if they're like that. See, my daughters both don't like it because they watched the original Teen Titans. Teen Titans had like a show that went on for 5 seasons. That was like, it was much more like the Justice League show, but with the Teen Titans characters. So it wasn't nearly as quirky as this one. Like it wasn't like the silly fun animation where like guys could take their head off and talk to themselves and stuff like that. It wasn't like that. It was much more of a serious show. Because of that, both my daughters are like, I have no interest in this show because this is for little kids.
Oh.
And like so, like if you're 8, Teen Titans Go, you're all about that. If you're 15 and you like the old show, you're not going to like this one. Now, if you hadn't seen the old show, you probably like this one more because you don't have attachment to the characters being the way they are and stuff like that. But
So,
I just want to look at something. So you guys talk for 1 second.
Oh, okay. All right. So MoviePass, they're dying to tell you that they're not dying.
Oh, they want you to know that they exist still.
Yeah.
And they're excited about the future.
So they've changed their price point to
again
$14.90 again since $14.95.
Yeah.
They've changed it again.
They've changed it again.
What's the price?
It's back to $9.99.
What, are they fucking stupid?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Wait till I'm done, and then
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. You have fresher news than I do. Jeez.
Oh no, this literally just happened today.
Okay.
So not only is it $9.99 again, but drum roll, you can only see 3 movies a month.
You see, you know what? Here's the
and after
problem.
that, after the 3, it's $5 off any movie you want to see.
Here's the problem: if that came out today, that's a good deal.
Yeah,
it's still a good deal.
Yeah,
but this company has been driving through a fucking dumpster fire. I have no reason to believe that they're going to be able to maintain that.
Right. Oh, and they also, sorry, just details I keep remembering. They also said that people paid for a year in advance. They will stay on the old plan until their year is up.
Oh, yeah, they're fucked.
They totally are. But I mean, I just want to keep I'm not hiding details or anything. I'm doing a journal.
MoviePass. Yeah, no, we can afford this. We're fine. Everything's fine. Oh, you want to see Mission Impossible?
Don't pay any attention to the man behind the curtain.
What's that meme with the dog with the cup of coffee? Everything's fine. I'm fine. Wherever the fuck.
The house is on fire. That's cool. It's just warm. It's toasty.
Yeah. So it's $9.95 now, 3 a month. Again, if this were Joe Blow movie
this is
credit,
still a decent deal.
Listen, in New York, once a month it's good, but how are they going to pay for it? They've proven that they can't pay for it. Yeah. So well,
what they're saying is 85% of their customers don't see more than 3 movies a month. So majority of I know. But I'm just like they're trying. They are trying to still seem like they're relevant. They're trying to still seem stable.
But can you see Mission Impossible yet? Is the question.
One more week, I think.
If you have a theater nearby you that has e-ticketing, go nuts.
Which is strange. I'm at the point where it's what the fuck is your what's the insider shit with the e-ticketing? Because
what is e-ticketing?
You take your phone and scan it, and that's your ticket.
Well, with most MoviePass purchases, you have to be near the theater in order to activate your card through the app. Or for certain theaters, you can Fandango it and buy your ticket from at home, basically. And the theater, not all of them, but most of the theaters that do e-ticketing are MoviePass partners.
Okay,
that's why they're still more or less flowing as if nothing's wrong with MoviePass, because those are the theaters that matter.
Right. Because here in Canada, you can, because I told you guys last week there are 2 main movie.
Yeah.
Both places you can buy your tickets online ahead of time. I bought my tickets for tomorrow for Mission Impossible because I'm taking my dad to see it. We've already picked our seats out. They're already bought. Yeah. That's sent to me. It's in my Apple Wallet. I'll just get in there, scan it, and get my tickets. So
yeah.
Yeah. No, see, if MoviePass wants to exist, they should tuck it in and listen. Do your gaudy sponsored shit. Go hand in hand with these fucking nobody movies that need help, and be like an indie app where not everybody wants to see 8th Grade. Not everybody wants to see fucking Gotti, no matter how much you're trying to shove it down your throat. That is where you'll make up that gym membership approach just does not work with movies, because people want to watch movies, especially if it's basically free.
Look at it. I think if they went back to $50 a month, I think they would survive and be fine. Their stock would just be worse shit, and they would lose a shitload of customers. But they would stabilize out, and they'd be healthy, and they'd be in a good place again.
Yeah, and they could start slowly rebuilding. Again, we talked about how many people are in America. They only got 2 million of that. Like,
here's an idea. You go back to you back to $50 a month, and then every year on MoviePass up to like 3 or something like that, it goes down $10. So you incentivize people to sign up for it and stay signed up for it, and then you get discounts, and then the longer you do it, it's better. Why am I better at business than these people?
Yeah, no, it's like I said, $10, 3 movies for $10 is still a really good deal.
Yeah.
So wait, Lindsay, did they adjust? Can you see a movie opening weekend now on that bootleg three a month plan?
Sometimes.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I know.
Okay.
So Avengers, probably not.
Yeah.
John Wick, sure, probably sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like I said, if I didn't know the history of the company, like Bernie Madoff says, "Hey, I'm going to give you a loan." You're like,
yeah,
I'm all set, thanks. If it were a brand new company, it's a good deal. 3 movies for $10 a month, but I guess with some of those stipulations, it's a little tricky. But just die, or be an indie. Because what were they plugging last time, like before they shit the bed? Lindsay, you have the app. What was the movie they were trying to get everybody to watch?
I just ignore everything. It
was a limited release.
I'll check my email. Maybe I have something in there. I'll just keep doing my Tina Belcher impression.
I can't multitask on the computer when I'm streaming.
How long ago was it?
It was when MoviePass shit. So last week.
So
Chloe Grace Moretz as she rebels against the norms of society in The Miseducation of Cameron Post, opening in select theaters starting August 3rd.
Sure. That wasn't it. There was something that came out last week that I got like a Bing thing on the app.
Blind Spotting?
Blind Spotting, that's it, Lindsay. Thank you.
No worries.
They should just keep doing stuff like that where, the movie says, here's whatever, take some of our grosses and plug the fuck out of our movies. And just be a small, tiny, Criterion has a streaming service that is basically for snooty people. Yeah, Filmstruck is basically only Criterion film. And
there, you guys just froze for like 10 seconds there. All I saw was
I would have started a streaming service now called Film Snoots. It's just the snootiest films.
Yeah.
And they're ranked like 1 out of 5.
Do you like pretentious crap? We're the Film Snoots for you.
Tree of Life, all day, every day.
To the wonder. Do you like spinning around in fields and shopping malls? We got a film for you.
Pretentious Dreck.
Boyhood, every Friday night.
It's funny, Lindsay. I don't know if I told you a little while ago. I was at a place called Dollarama, which is a dollar store in Pickering or in Canada, and they had $3 Blu-rays, and I was just like, oh, $3 Blu-rays, I was like, and that's when I found out that I don't even care enough about Boyhood to buy it for $3. I feel Luke would be like killing me right now, but it's like I so don't care about that movie. $3 is too much for me to want to ever see it again.
Okay, so I watched that as a screener because I'm special. I get those. I was watching it with a friend of mine, and halfway through the movie, she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go. I know you need to keep watching it, and that's cool, but I can't. I'm sorry. I'm out."
Yeah. Yeah, why is the director's name slipping my mind? That's really
Linklater, Richard Linklater.
Richard Linklater.
Yeah. Good director.
I'll defend most of his other stuff.
I showed my daughters Dazed and Confused a couple weeks ago. Actually, no, like a month ago, and they loved it.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Everything that takes place during a day is really good by him.
Yeah. Or a weekend.
Or what the fuck was that?
Everybody Wants Some was really good.
Yeah.
I was warm on that. there was that movie that was like a true story about a guy who killed his fucking. It was Jack Black. What the fuck's the name of that movie that slipped my mind?
Oh, is it the funeral owner?
One more time.
Bernie?
Bernie, that's it. Yeah, I really enjoyed Bernie too.
Wait, didn't he do School of Rock? Did I make that up?
He did do School of Rock.
Yeah, he did do School of Rock.
Yeah, he did do School of Rock.
Yeah, but Bernie was like based on a true story. It was a bit of a black comedy, a black dramedy, and you know that didn't take place over the course of a day. But Boyhood, like it seems, it's the polar opposite of what you expect Linklater to be. It's just
Then again, I'll be honest. I like the first two films before Sunrise and After Sunrise. Mm-hmm. Couldn't care less about the third one.
Is that the one where they're
married
fighting and shit?
They're married and they have kids, and like it opens with literally the guy with Ethan Hawke's character taking his son to the airport because his son's going to live going back to stay with the mom, and they have two daughters themselves, like from their relationship, and on the way back from the airport, like he's just saying, I really miss my son, and she's like, well, maybe we should get a divorce, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm like, if you're gonna be, if this is this film, if literally they have two kids together and she's just gonna jump to, well, maybe I should get a divorce because you miss your son. I'm like, I don't even want to watch this. I don't need to see that crap. I'm sorry, So I don't know. I'm sure it's probably a good film. I thought the other ones were well made, but I just couldn't care at that point. I was like, I don't want to get involved in these people's lives anymore.
I do. I have the trilogy. I've watched the third one the least. And the second one, I watched the first one a lot.
Yeah. First one's like the best, I think, like because it's so out of left field.
Yeah.
As a movie, like it's like,
and it feels genuine. It feels like there's nothing really hokey about it. Like you could see that happening.
And then the second one is like, we got to recreate it, but it's like and it's like, okay, you kind of did. And then the third one, like I said, I just was like, you know what? If that's where these people's relationship is gone, where they're going to bicker about like the fact he misses his son, it's like I'm like I just don't care anymore. Like Linklater, I don't know. Like he's not my favorite director. I think he's a talented director, but But $3, I didn't buy it. I'm just like Luke's probably like cursing in his grave somewhere. Oh, drop it!
So this weekend. Mm-hmm. Is the Meg?
Yeah, it is motherfucking Meg. Yeah,
that's the movie. I'll be honest, that I've been looking forward to the most all summer.
Which the news that I read over the weekend was that people are even the director, tad frustrated that it's PG-13 because he really wanted to R it up.
Oh, really? Oh, that sucks.
That means the unrated version on the disc is going to be the better version, I guess.
I hope so. When the director says I was handcuffed before the movie's released, that's better.
Because he's backpedaling already.
Dino, stop doing that.
What?
Dino, with another donation.
Thank you.
So YouTube just took $1. Thank you, Dino. Tough one next week. He's saying the Meg, Fallout, Slender Man. Oh, Dino. If you're right there, I'm not.
Hey, man, don't write it off.
He might be right, actually.
It's
the only horror movie.
Second place.
It's the only horror movie going right now.
All right, so Meg, Fallout, Slenderman, Christopher Robin.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
I'm actually that's kind of what I was thinking of, to be truthful.
Well, good, you copy him because I don't. Listen, if Killer Flicks is anything, it's a tad of a pulse, and there's no pulse on that movie.
Okay, here's my thing. I'm not on Killer Flicks, so anyone.
Good for you, Peter.
And I tried being on it, but I got inundated with notifications, and I was just like,
Kool-Aid tastes disgusting in there. Let me tell you.
Okay, here's the thing, right?
I got you.
That group is not made up of 13-year-olds who are going to go see that opening weekend.
That's true.
Right? They don't like. It's made up of people who love horror movies. They're not going to go see that. The 13-year-old, 15-year-old kid is opening weekend, and then it's going to die off, right?
Okay, that's fair.
So that's the only reason.
That's usually horror in general, but
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
that's what got Ouija $100 million.
Like movies,
Wait, Ouija made $100 million? Are you serious?
Pretty sure it did.
Ugh.
Like movies like A Quiet Place and stuff lasted because like adults wanted to see it because it was a good horror movie.
103 million. Sorry. Dude.
Wow, for Ouija.
Yeah, for fucking Ouija. And the second one was even better, and it only made 81.
Yeah,
that's terrible. I hate this world sometimes. Ouija was my breaking point.
Ouija, which isn't that movie, like, I haven't seen it. I just know that I was told it sucked. Like,
so Emily is a big creepypasta fan, which is
she?
Whatever this fucking
so is my oldest daughter, Marjane.
Guys, I don't need to know about your daughters and your girlfriends' like weird kinks.
They're
whatever,
married.
Okay,
they're married
or whatever. Like,
tell me how interested you are.
He liked it, so he put a ring on it.
Hold on.
On the pasta.
Hold on. Fairly, would you want to go see it this weekend? All right, I stand corrected. Never mind.
She wants to see it.
She wants to see it.
She said it might be interesting. And
well, okay, my daughter, who's 16, who likes creepypastas a lot.
Interesting to see how much of the lore they get
right.
Yeah. Oh, how much of the lore they get right.
Yeah.
Or that someone actually did die in real life because of this.
Yeah, 2 little kids actually did it, right? Two little girls killed somebody for the sake of
the story.
Whatever.
So my daughter, who's 16, who was massively into creepypastas this time last year, like she would talk about them constantly and show me videos and like pictures of who do you think this person is, and like she wants to see it badly. So again, I'm
trying to think if my brain would have been that much of an idiot sponge if the internet existed when I was that age.
Probably.
Like I watched this shit, I'm like, come on, guys, this is bullshit. Like what? I don't get it. Like, do people actually buy into that stuff, huh?
Well, they don't even like. She doesn't buy into it. She just loves it.
I'm not implying that she like.
I don't think she thinks it's real, but
I misspoke. I guess what
she gets excited.
People entertain.
It's the same to her. Like she puts it in the same category as Friday the 13th. She loves my daughters love Friday the 13th. To her, it's just another creepy, scary thing. It's like creepypastas, Friday the 13th, Five Nights at Freddy's.
No, your daughters are so cool. Why did you say that?
That's my oldest daughter.
No.
Noise does not like creepypastas, and she's probably still in the chat and will be like, her favorite thing is Dracula from the 1930s, and but she loves Friday the 13th. In particular, the one that you sent us.
Noise is still.
Yeah, see, she's still in the chat.
And she said she still is. So I guess.
Yeah.
I hate creepypasta.
There's
a delay.
That was noise coming in. You're going to hear in a second.
So Slender Man will suck. The Dateline episode of Slender Man will be better than the movie. It was 2 girls who killed their other friend because they said he told them to. What the fuck?
Oh, that's so creepy. It's so weird.
Or that's just their defense. And,
I don't. What the fuck is with the internet, man?
So that's what I mean. It's creepy that like that's what they're doing. That's what they're like. It's like reality will forever be stranger than fiction. Yeah. Like there's nothing in the Slender Man movie that will be as creepy as that.
But like, do you think the internet's a bit of a cesspool for like curious minds like this? I saw a thing. What was it, 2 days ago? That they had a convention for flat earthers. They had a convention for people who think the Earth is flat.
Oh yeah. I love flat earthers. They're insane. They're my favorite people.
Dude, there's a convention for everything.
You could put a GoPro on a fucking what are those things called? A drone. You could put a GoPro on a drone and just send it straight the fuck up, and you'll see the horizon.
Yeah.
They say that that's being fixed, and that's not really true. There's a giant ice wall surrounding the world. I'm not kidding. There's a giant ice wall, like the wall in Game of Thrones, that's surrounding the whole world.
Dude, the internet's like a breeding ground for like mush mouths and fucking.
I remember watching a guy talk about it, and he used a globe and a plane, a little plane.
I've seen that video. Oh yeah, that video is so
just
good.
Like, let me show you. I have proof right here. And he's just like okay, so you take off from the top of the world, and he's like, okay, you come, but you have to put your nose down because you're going down. And if you keep going straight, you'll just go off into nothing. So he's like, you got to put your nose down. You got to put your nose down. And as you're going, and he goes, and then you end up at the bottom of the world. He goes, why isn't he upside down? He's not upside down because he never curved. He went straight across the world. And he's like being completely serious.
The best part is he spends the entire video saying, I am no fool. I am not a fool.
I am not a fool. I know these things. I'm very scientific. I understand.
Why don't Australians speak backwards?
Oh,
man. Subtitles are backwards because they're on.
Yeah. He's like, why is the plane not upside down? It started this way and now it's this way. Why is it not upside down? Because it's not, the Earth is flat. And it's just like, I was like, oh, okay then.
Oh my God, you'd be blown away with the internet. You can have any idea, put it into Google, and find thousands of posts or blogs that are up your wacky theories.
That will literally back you up and say, it's like
that. Yeah, that back up your wacky theories. They're nuts, but they have come up with some good points. Great debaters, these flat earthers. Come on, Dino. I hope you're kidding because
either that or he's a flat earther and he's just like, yeah, they're really good.
Dino. It's sad. There's a lot of those murder episodes where girls kill their other friend for arbitrary reasons. Wow. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I've been on if you go on a plane. Go on a plane far away. Every time I went to Europe, you could see the horizons a little.
Yeah, you know what they say that is? That's like a thing on the window that's not real. That's like,
oh my
God, like. Dude, there was a guy building his own rocket to try and like get up high enough to take a picture.
Yes.
So that he could, he could prove that there was. It's ridiculous.
All right, anyway. So have faith. Dino is not a flat earther, but his
that's exactly what a flat earther would say once he's being made.
He's trying to make sure the lizard people don't hear him.
Hey man, those lizard people have good ears.
Yes. You can't see them; they're inside their head, but like they have good ears.
Paranormal show.
They're like Yerks from Animorphs, which is the most obscure reference I've made in a while.
Wow, Animorphs,
right?
Yep.
Yeah, stuck that in. I'll start singing the theme song if I have to.
Wow, nice. Animorphs.
Thank you, sir.
I remember Animorphs.
Nowhere to hide, no one to save you when you're. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
So, if Slender Man is a product of the internet, well, I mean, shit. We were just talking about it earlier. Death of a Nation or Death of America, whatever the fuck that the Dinesh D'Souza movie is. That has grease behind it because of fucking cuckoos, people who are on the extreme end.
Dude, you guys have a president that.
Well, you know what, Peter? In defense
of the world,
in defense of the right, the left has got some we're just getting further and further and further apart. Where it's just like, can we just have fucking normal people? Like seriously? And everybody just makes everybody else look bad, and it's just really strange how I miss boring. I really do.
I miss boring.
Yes.
Holy shit!
Don't worry,
that's a T-shirt right there. I miss boring.
We should sell that.
Can somebody just call somebody a fucking cunt on the internet and not lose their job? Like seriously? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Did you hear about the new Guardians news?
That everybody's pitching for James Gunn.
Well, I mean, the most recent reason is Batista's like, I will not be in the third one if they change James Gunn's script.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he's written a whole thing. He's like for it, and they're talking about trashing it.
The other actors haven't come out and said something like that yet, but Batista has. And he's been the most vocal.
They all signed a thing saying that they think he should basically come back, like that they support him and think what he did was wrong, but that that he's not that person anymore, and that's not the person that any of them know. And yeah, I told you guys what Ryan Johnson last week, right? Just in case I forgot.
What did he do?
Ryan Johnson went and deleted like 2,000 tweets.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Just in case.
Yeah, no, it's a good move.
People were like, "What's he hiding? Anything that may get him fired that shouldn't."
Oh,
like,
I don't remember when we talked about this, but we were talking about the remake The Last Jedi thing.
Yes.
yeah.
I did homework.
Okay.
That tally that they have, that 400+ million.
411,839,130. The moment you said Ryan Johnson, I pulled up the website.
You pulled it up.
So that they don't have any. They don't have anything in the bank. Those are pledges. They want. That's how much money they're trying to prove to Disney that they can fund this with, because they can't fund it. So the website is merely a means to say to Disney, listen, here's how much people have said they would put into this if you redid it. So it's a bit of a fucking pyramid schemey kind of mirage. So
it's kind of like with Netflix when they're like, hey, just as many people saw Bright opening weekend as Thor Ragnarok. That obviously means that many people would have gone out to theaters to see it.
Right.
No, it's not, because I saw Bright. I wouldn't have paid money to go see
it. So theoretically, you could go on that page right now and say, you know what, if you guys do this, I'll donate 10 million, and then it'll go up by 10 million. Yeah. It's not coming out of your bank account, but it's just like a note to Disney that look, this is how much money people want to put into this.
That's why you can't put in how much you want. You have to choose an amount.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird. Like.
That's kooky, man. Good journalism in there.
It wasn't that hard. It was like I looked at the website for 5 minutes. I'm like, wait a minute, this is no. Still. But there is contact information for the people running it. I'm curious if we can get them on the show. That'd be interesting.
Ooh, we should try. Can we make that happen, please?
Then the next week, can we get the Flat Earthers on? Because
man.
Wait, let's get the Flat Earthers and the remake The Last Jedi people in the same room and have them debate The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Even if they're on the same side, I just want to see those minds go to head to head.
How do you explain the Death Star? That's round.
Oh my God! Can you imagine like the disc version of the Death Star? It's the death plate.
You don't want to go over the edge of the death plate. So, speaking of Ryan Johnson, did you guys hear about this fan film?
Which one?
Oh, is it called Rogue One?
No, it is called Star Wars: Revenge of the Incels, or INCELS.
Oh, incels! Yeah, that's a thing. I've not heard of this though.
Speaking of fucking internet corners of stupidity.
Hold on. So yeah, there's his as okay. Basically, they've taken. Okay, what is this? Short takes the real events of
Jeff Floyd just
fan remake of Last Jedi and makes them into two large puzzle. Basically, they do like a fan film of his very first film called Brick.
Oh yeah, okay.
Brick. Okay. But it's all about Star Wars diversity and basically like he loves it. He thinks it's hysterically funny. Like, cause it's basically like there's instead of a brick with a message on it, it's like a lightsaber that says "Last Jedi sucked. We're remaking it without Rose," and then it's like this whole mystery thing that they're doing. And he's just like, he's like fan film parodies. Where is it? He put, okay, this is amazing. And he's quite happy with what they've done.
That's why I love Ryan Johnson. He's got such a great sense of humor about all this. Like, he's not angry. He's not annoyed. Nope. He's just, like, amused. Yeah. You know what? Okay, so there was a minute there where there was, like, people online being like, oh, we should, like, do a fan edit of The Last Jedi where we just edit all the women out. And that made me want to go, like, and, like, do a fan edit of The Last Jedi where I dub over all the guys' lines with, like, ladies' lines. With ladies'
voices.
I just have like actresses I know just like redub all the lines in the movie. So
why does Poe Dameron sound so high pitched? I don't know.
I don't under like.
Yeah,
exactly. The more you try to understand it, the worse it is.
I'm kind of excited for 9 to come out, just so we could actually be topical.
9?
But like, episode.
Star Wars episode 9. No, okay.
But like, it just
9.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Like that they're projecting their distaste for these movies on this social movement, where it's just like, all right, so you don't like it. That's one thing, but like. Episodes 1, 2, and 3 are fucking bad, guys. Like, what's the reason there? Like,
Lucas was the reason there.
yeah.
You know about that thing with the 2 guys that got fired? They voiced an opinion.
What?
In the original, when they were making 1, 2, and 3, Lucas apparently asked these 2 guys like that were working on the film what they thought, and they went, well, we think this should be changed and this should be changed, and he's like, interesting. And then Monday they showed up to Skywalker Ranch and couldn't get in because their IDs had been revoked and they'd been fired. And they were the last 2 people to tell George Lucas that they didn't like his ideas. And it's because
you need people.
There was no one in that place that like literally the reason. This is my whole thing. One of the reasons that the amazingness of Star Wars happened was George Lucas had a vision.
Oh, he was constrained to fuck.
And went, okay, we have to make crap to make my vision happen, because the things I want to see don't exist yet on film, and so we need to make technology. We need to make techniques, and so they literally made that's how ILM started, right? So it's like the story pushed the innovation of technology. There's literal footage of Lucas when they were filming the first 3, where he goes, okay, so I saw this technology, so I'm writing the story based on what we can do with the technology we have. So he's like, I think we can do this because we already can do this. So he's like, so it's the technology pushed the narrative of the film, whereas in the first one, the film narrative pushed the technology to catch up with the narrative, whereas in the narrative basically was worked around what technology they had, because we can do all this and we can do this. And it's like, yeah, but just that doesn't make it a good movie just because you can do these things.
Well, also, he was fighting tooth and nail with Fox to get shit done.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah. Because they did they were like, is this movie going to finish? Like, is it going to be made? Is it going to happen?
I think you need a little bit of friction to make shit work.
Yeah. You can if you always are told yes, and never it's like, and even Nolan, from what I understand.
I was just gonna say, unless you're Christopher Nolan making Inception, because I don't know how the fuck.
No, he even had people that literally went, are you sure you want to do that? And he's like, yeah, I am. Let me explain why. And then they he would explain it out, and they go, okay, I guess you know what you're doing.
There was this video online for a while. I think it's gone, but it was basically about how the Death Star attack was originally cut.
Yeah.
And essentially
saved in editing. I heard that's the name of the title, right?
Saved in the how Star Wars is saved in the edit.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. The story of Marsha Lucas going in, but before she went in and did all that, it was like Luke went at the trench 3 times and missed the first 2 times. So that sequence was like probably twice as long as we got in the original cut. And then she also did like clever things, like she used like the depth of like Red 6 for like Red 3 and stuff like that in order to cut around. So that's why there's like why the math doesn't necessarily add up at the end. You see the ships all leaving, but it doesn't necessarily feel like that many ships got destroyed. But sometimes it's the unexpected things that make a movie work. It's not always
that edit thing is incredible, because it shows how much was changed in the edit of what his vision was and what it was changed to by some editors. They're like, yeah, this isn't going to work for story reasons.
And the only Oscar a Star Wars movie has ever won was for editing. For the
of
first
the
one.
original. Yeah.
Hey.
So, and deservedly so, because if you see what was there and how he edited it, and then what they changed it to, it's a big improvement. It's a massively different thing.
If only they could have changed Porkins' name to something less.
Just
Porkins.
Porkins. What the heck was that about?
The one overweight guy in Star Wars.
Yeah, and they call him Porkins. the only weight diversity in the whole cast. And they call him Porkins.
And he just dies.
And
He
then
doesn't do anything.
He doesn't even do anything heroic at all. He just goes, "No, I got it. It's okay."
His ship ran out of fuel because to keep up with the other ships.
Yes.
Because
he weighed so much more than all the other ones. He was slower because his ship couldn't dodge as well because it was carrying so much.
Maybe that's why people are pissed that there's no Porkins in the new Star Wars.
There we go. That's what we need.
There's Rose. No, sorry, that's not nice.
Oh, she's not that Porkins.
No, she's not.
She's not that
I have nothing against Rose.
Nor do I. Listen,
Except I don't think she should have kissed him. I just don't get
the
that.
casino scene. It's unnecessary, but I can name you unnecessary shit from a ton of movies.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, the
Forced love story.
Her hitting Finn.
Yeah.
That's the one thing where I'm like, eh.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
you almost had the balls to do something amazing there. Finn was gonna die. We
Yeah.
that coming.
That would have been epic.
Oh, gotta save him.
But other than that, it's really good movie.
I still like it. I need to see it again. I've only actually seen it once, fully. I've seen parts here and there, but I've only seen it once. I need to watch it again.
I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah, 2 or 3. I might have seen it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I know Luke saw it like 8 times in the theater.
I think 9. I think he saw it
9?
9 times in the theater, or 8 to match the number.
No.
Yeah.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Star Wars 23. Yeah. I can't do it, guys.
Yeah.
I can't go.
I knew it's like I've camped out here. I've lived here for a week. I've seen every showing.
What's the release date of 9? Is it May of 19 or December of 19?
It would make sense to do it in December.
Oh, I want it to be.
Where's episode?
Or they just started filming. It can't be May. Can it?
No, it's gotta be December.
That'd be December 20th, 2019.
Yeah.
Fucking 15 months. What'd you release Solo so close to fucking episode 8 for?
Whoa, wait. Does Trevorrow still have credit as a writing credit?
He has to.
Oh,
He has to.
if they use anything of his, like even a line, they have to give him writing credit. It's like literally
That's Jurassic World. Jurassic World got Edgar Wright's got a credit on Ant-Man.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, fair enough.
As much as I would like to have seen Edgar Wright's Ant-Man, which I really would have, and I think it could have been one of the best Marvel movies because it's Edgar Wright. I saw an interview with him, and he basically said it's like he was really bummed that he didn't get to make the movie he wanted, but he took most of the people he was working with for that movie and just brought them right on over to Baby Driver.
Yeah, you know what?
It's like
he might have been
the technical people. He just was like, I'm going to take all these people that I had and just,
he might have been rushed doing Ant-Man 2. And if they're on Showtime, they're force feeding Baby Driver like daily.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm complaining, but we've seen some piece of Baby Driver 4 or 5 times in the last week. Oh, wow. And man, is that a well-made movie.
It is. It's so good. I haven't seen it since I've seen it twice, and then I lent it to my buddy at Christmas and haven't got it back yet. Yeah.
Technically speaking, it's Edgar Wright's best. I don't know if it's my favorite story.
I don't know if I'd say it's his best, but
technically speaking.
Oh, technically. Well, you mean editing and stuff like that?
Yeah, just the whole everything that's going on.
Well, so much of it was done in camera, and there's so little effects. Like that shot where like the camera comes screeching in and like the camera's right there, like that was done practically.
Yeah, It's funny. I saw an interview with Nolan interviewing Edgar Wright, and they're talking about Baby Driver, and it's like, you can find it on YouTube. It's like a half an hour interview, I think, and he's just asking him questions, and he's like, apparently the entire film was done on 35 millimeter except one scene, which was digital. And Nolan's like, yep. And I could tell which scene that was. I'm just like, how the freak can he tell which one's digital? It's like, and he's like, yep, I could tell. He goes, but I guess to him it sticks out like a sore thumb. It's like,
did they say what it was?
No, he didn't say which one it was. He's just like, yeah, that. He goes, that I couldn't get the 35 millimeter to shoot that because of whatever. And he goes, so we had to go digital for that one scene. And he's like, yeah, and I could tell that one scene is digital.
Oh, now I have to go back and watch. What the fuck?
So I have no clue what scene it was. But it's interesting that like he was like super motivated about getting it all on 35 millimeter and being on like a lot of the time when like they're doing the in-car stuff where it shows like the car, like you have the really close driver stuff. He was on the freaking hood of the car with the
for some of it. He got a little nauseous after.
Yeah, like he was doing a lot of it. He said he looked like a Muppet because his head was like going around and his floppy hair and stuff. Yeah.
Well, there's one shot. As much as I love Baby Driver, like it's a great movie. But there's one shot in it that is so bad. It's like it's a visual effects shot. It's like it's of a rear view mirror, and they clearly, it's only for like a half second, but I've noticed it every time. It's very clearly a computer generated image on the rear view mirror of cop cars behind them. It's like the kind of stuff that I do in my YouTube videos where it's just like you just crop something down and get it into the right shape, and then you just put it in the frame where you want it to be. And it's fine. It's only for like a half second. No one but me and a few other people are going to notice it. But every time,
thanks a lot, Lindsay.
Be like, sorry, like it's like Christian Bale's mole. Now that I pointed it out, you'll never not notice it. Like,
it's funny. I showed my daughter's Gladiator last night.
Oh yeah,
the dinosaur.
There's the scene in Gladiator where the thing flips over and you see the air can. Do you guys know about that?
Oh yeah.
And what I know. Yeah, it's during their first big thing in Rome where like the chariot flips over and then the curtain on the chariot falls and you see an air canister, and it's because that's what they use to pop the thing over. They use compressed air to knock it over, and it's only in there for like half a second.
Right.
But like I noticed it not the first time I saw it, but like when I saw it on video, I was like, wait a minute. It's like, and so like I showed it to my daughters and I showed it to them. My oldest daughter saw it after the third time, and my youngest daughter took like 5 times. So I was like, I'm like, look, and they're like, well, I don't see what you're talking about. I'm like, just look, So,
and the original Spider-Man, which again, a great movie, I love it. But at the end of it, when Mary Jane and Peter are having their moment, if you watch Mary Jane's hand on Peter's neck, every time it cuts from just his face to her hand moves.
Oh yeah.
Every shot, every camera change. Like maybe 9 out of 10. But you know what I mean? It's like
when you notice that kind of stuff.
Like,
I was always like I thought I was in some super secret club when I was watching Empire Strikes Back when I was a kid, because that whole scene where Han's going into the carbonite. 1 minute he has the vest on, and then he doesn't have the vest on, and then he has the vest on. And
when he's
doing the I know thing, it's like you see him wear the vest. He's not got the vest. He's wearing the vest, and I'm like, I just noticed something.
That's even weirder when you realize that Lando's wearing that vest at the end of the movie. What the hell is going on here?
So yeah.
All right, guys. So the week that is coming.
Oh boy.
There's a movie called Themg. Oh wait, no. That's The Meg.
The Meg.
Black you mega mind.
Although even if they have PG'd it, it still looks like kind of fun. I love shark movies.
I want to really enjoy this.
I want it to be this year's Piranha 3D. You guys remember that?
Oh yeah.
I love that movie.
Although, have you seen the original Piranha?
No, I haven't.
It's great. It's it clearly wants to be Jaws, but it's really good. And they have a scene where like the piranhas go after a summer camp, and I mean after a summer camp, like it's ballsy.
Interesting. Cody brought this up today in Killer Flicks about Jaws, about rated R movies and how
We just went up 3 viewers because you mentioned Cody's name. I'm just
it's 17 viewers because he brought up the fact that Meg. I'm paraphrasing something about Meg needs to be rated R, and then the big argument was Jaws wasn't rated R.
Jaws was PG.
Yeah,
Because
but
PG-13 didn't
in a
exist.
different time too. In Cody's defense, where there was no PG-13, it probably would have been a PG-13.
It would have been a PG-13 if there would have been a PG-13.
Right.
But there wasn't one, not for another bunch of years.
So you don't need excessive gore to.
Have you guys ever watched Good Bad Flicks? How PG-13 is ruining movies?
Peter, how many weeks do we go where you plug some giant fucking channel?
I'm plugging their content. Have you ever seen that?
No.
It is great. He breaks down why PG-13 started.
Oh no, I think I have seen that actually. Yes,
I have how it starts. How Steven Spielberg basically kind of went, "Hey, it's PG with some hot sauce on it," and it's like, and like why it was originally brought about and how it actually worked and did what it was supposed to do, and now how it's dragging film down because so many people take what should be rated R movies and PG-13 them because they're like, need that PG-13 money. And it's like they neuter the film from what should, like, and I'm like, certain films should be PG-13. There's certain things that literally doesn't make any difference. But like one of his big things he talks about is Die Hard and how like the first Die Hard has like 80 fucks in it, and then like the second one has like 90, and the third one, because Samuel Jackson's there, has like 100 and like however many, and then the fourth one has 1 because it's a PG-13 film.
Right.
Oh, they have an R-rated version of that you can see.
Yeah, they do, but it's, and then he's like Aliens, all those PG were rated R. Predator 2 rated R. PG-13 for Alien versus Predator. He's like, 2 R-rated franchises that get PG-13 when you put them together. How does that work? So I highly recommend checking it out.
Deadpool.
Yes,
you can make money and be gory and say fuck.
Yes.
With that said, boys,
have you guys ever heard of a movie called, just before we wrap up, about Barbarella?
Yes, Barbarella.
Yes.
1978.
Yeah.
Rated PG, and there's a killer orgasm machine in it.
Yeah. If you watch the video of the guy, he literally goes, "This is PG," and he's like, and you're like, "That was PG." It's like full on frontal nudity was PG. Like it's like.
Jane Fonda has a 5-minute orgasm in his PG.
It's brutal killing is PG, and then it's like, no, now it's PG-13, but it's like it's less violent than it was when it was PG, and it's it's crazy. So whereas in like movies like what was it? Christine in particular.
Oh yes.
They had to curse more in it because they were getting a PG-13 rating, and they're like, no one's gonna want to see it if it's PG-13, so they had to like increase the curse words.
I'd rather let's see more of that where they're like, they're
like, we got to get this to a rated R. We can't put this as PG-13. We need.
Well, isn't that what Team America did? Like they kept going back and reshooting the puppet sex scene until they got that rated R.
So okay, yeah.
Lindsay, big winner from last week.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yes.
Okay, so can Mission Impossible go first in 3 weekends in a row?
Wow.
I'm asking, can it?
Is Meg gonna make over 20 million? Is the question. That's the serious question, because if not, there's a chance that Mission Impossible.
I mean, yeah, all those MoviePass people will be able to see it this weekend, I guess.
Yeah,
that's true. Actually, you know what? Based off MoviePass, Mission Impossible #1.
Wow.
Also, right. I feel like really throwing my dick around for no reason, so I'm throwing it around.
Peter, enjoy the early victory. It's been a fun summer.
Okay. But then the Meg.
Meg 2, you said?
Meg 2, yeah. No, not the Meg. The Meg sequel, Meg 2, is going to be.
Yes, Electric Boogaloo.
Thing?
And then now here's the tricky part.
Yeah. Let me, for the viewers at home, let me show you what happened last week. This is while Lindsay contemplates what the shit he's going to do.
Okay, I'm going to go Christopher Robin 3.
Okay.
And Slender Man 4.
Wow. Answer me this.
Yes.
Screen size, Slender Man and Klansman.
Oh, I didn't put Klansman. Oh, shit.
Klansman's got like 15, and Slender's got 2,000.
1,500, you mean, right?
Yeah, 1,500. Hold on, I'll tell you.
It's 1,500. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's probably the corners of the country, if I were to guess.
Yeah.
Not many showings in Mississippi of Black Klansman.
Now I'm torn. Damn you, CP.
I'm still at Slender Man. Did we get a number on that?
I think it's 2,000 screens.
Yeah, it's 2,000 screens. Yeah, so it's gonna do okay this weekend, supposedly.
Yeah. So did Dark Minds.
No, it's you know what? No, fuck it. I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna lock that in.
Fallout, Meg, Robin, Slender.
Yes.
Wowie. Wow.
I think you're up next, right, CP? You were in second.
Ah, shit! I forgot.
Yeah,
I'm so used to Peter going second.
What are you talking about? You're used to me going first, bitch.
Oh, I'm used to going after you. Is that better?
Don't. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't be like selling me short here. There's a reason I'm winning.
Yeah, I'm going to deviate from Lindsay.
As a Canadian, I have to say I'm sorry for calling you a bitch.
Sorry, so sorry,
sorry.
Meg, I'm going Meg 1.
Shut up, Meg.
Fallout 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it is pretty. With Chris Robin in 25.
Half of that. It does 12.5 million. Is Slender going to do 12.5?
Lindsay, can you look up Spike Lee?
Yeah.
In Box Office Mojo.
Yeah.
What is his best?
Look who's getting all
opening?
technical now. Wow.
Well, I mean, there's buzz here, but this is.
All right. Well, he's doing that. I was looking up before a long time ago, and then we got talking about MoviePass. Teen Titans has made 20,701,000 whatever. Guess how much it's made foreign?
How much? 10?
2,400,000. So it's. I thought it was going to do more foreign because. Like, I don't. Maybe China hasn't gotten access to it. I don't know, but it's worldwide. It's only made 23 million. So it's like it now. It only cost 10 million to make, so it's made back its budget. It's doubled its budget. So and it will play on TV forever. I'm sure on whatever channel does that. But
to answer your question though, CP, Spike Lee is pretty all over the place.
All right, good. Give me the opening weekends. I'm gonna guess and say Inside Man was his strongest opening.
Inside Man was the strongest opening at 28 million.
Not even that.
That's Denzel.
Yeah, the rest of these are a sharp drop off after that. Like the last one, Chirac, was just shy of 2. Old Boy and Red Hook Summer, nothing. Miracle at St. Anna, 3.5.
Dude, I don't think it's going to do. I think if it does 10, you're looking right. Like it's got a good cast, like Adam Driver's in it and stuff.
Yeah,
and the premise is great, but I don't think it's going to play.
Yeah, it's the crust of the country might be interested in that movie.
New York and LA are going to love it.
All right, I'm going to go.
A lot of places in the middle are not.
I'm going to go Meg, Fallout, Robin.
And both have Robin in 3, okay.
And I'm gonna go Klansman in 4.
In 4th, so Slender. It's gonna be Slender Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
With 500 less screens to do so.
Yeah, it's possible.
Oh, it's possible.
If it's possible, it's popsicle, guys. Remember that.
That is true. Now I want a popsicle. Thanks a lot, Lindsay.
Product placement strikes again.
Yes. What did Dino pick?
Your mom, your aunt, your sister. The Meg, Fallout, Slenderman, Robin. So what CP picked, but swapping. Oh no, never mind. CP didn't. Oh yeah, but swap. No. Oh, never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah, right, he didn't pick the plaque.
I'm gonna go Meg.
Meg. Okay. Shut up, Meg.
Mission Impossible. Christopher Robin, Slender Man.
Everyone put Robin in 3. That's very interesting.
I'll just all right. So for the most part, we're pretty down the line.
We're all different though, except for that one.
Yeah. Lindsay's got a different one too than Peter and I. Fallout, Meg, Robin. We all have Robin. Slender and 4. Peter, Meg, Fallout, Robin, Slender. Me, Meg, Fallout, Robin. Black Klansman.
It looks funny.
Black Benicio del Toro in Last Jedi. Black Klansman.
Need a lift?
What's the guy named Soze that we were talking about? Did you get what I'm doing, CP?
What? One more time?
Do you get what I'm doing?
Were you doing Usual Suspects?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the guy named Soze that What? Apparently, when that was the first thing they filmed.
Yeah. He was fucking around.
And no, he did the voice, and everyone literally looked at Bryan Singer like around the camera going, we're supposed to keep filming. He's like,
wait, what movie was this?
Usual Suspects.
Oh, right.
Have you ever seen Usual Suspects? The way he talks, he's like, throw me kids, you know, what the fuck? He's like,
Turkey Shoot is a great movie.
So, no, I don't know what Turkey Shoot is.
What is that?
I don't know what that is. Who said that?
Wander This World 97. Turkey Shoot is a great movie. Christina Healy says, I heard they cut out the R-rated kills in the Meg. Yeah, the director, we spoke about that earlier, Christina. The director has already publicly said that he's a little disappointed. Excuse me. That it's a PG-13 and he'd like people to see more of the movie. So that's a little concerning.
I'd be really interested to see how many directors can actually, like, I know Tarantino does this, right? Tarantino basically just gets given money and hands in the film. Like, apparently. Like, he hands in the completed work to them and says, there's your movie. For the most part. And they don't try and tell him what to cut or anything like that. I would be surprised, like, I wonder if Nolan can do that too, where they just say, here's some money. Just give us back something that's going to make $1 billion at the box office. You know, I don't know. Like, Edgar Wright might be able to do that. Like, there's certain people who he might be able to, because like he's got a proven track record of leave me alone. I know what I'm doing, and I'll make you some money. Like, no,
Baby Driver wasn't that big a success, was it?
No, it was big for the I don't know. Check the budget and what it actually made.
I think Baby Driver. I don't even know it even did 100.
No, I think it did
domestic.
I don't know if it did domestically, but
domestic it did 107 million. Foreign it did 119 for a grand total of 226 million versus a budget of 34.
There you go.
Never mind. I take that back.
That's yeah. They'll pay him $34 million every time to make a film if it's going to bring like 200 million.
Yeah.
And that's not including Blu-ray sales and all that crap, right? So, plus, like you said, you've seen it. How often have you seen it in the last week? That means
Showtime is on a pay, like an HBO type channel. It's just they go through these cycles where it's Showtime West, Showtime Extreme, Showtime. Here's more Showtime. Not enough Showtime for everybody.
So I don't know. I'm just saying it'd be interesting. Like, most directors, like the guy who directed Meg, I have no clue who it is. But like, don't have any option if the studio's like, yeah, we're making a PG-13 film. You can't do anything about it. They'll literally just be like, don't worry, we'll release an unrated cut, which will be a director's cut and stuff like that.
Yeah, but, that's this day and age, isn't it? Where it's just like, all right, well, we'll watch the rest of the shit. On home media.
On home media, it's like, so. But I'd be interested to find out how many directors can actually be like, no, it's just like, here's the movie, and just release what I'm giving you, and don't get notes or anything. I don't know, just curious. Anyways,
so that does it for this week. We got to get together because Black Panther just crossed 700 million.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, which is
Who is still going to see that in theaters? Is the question.
What theaters are playing it? It's the better question.
It's freaking on Blu-ray. It's like,
you know what? If you have
Screen Junkies has done it on his trailer.
If you have MoviePass, you're probably able to see that movie. So
it's just
there's that.
You'll be able to see that.
No, it's going to be blocked out. You know.
I'm curious, actually. Where is it still playing? Let me see.
Like, where's it playing? Who's playing it? And how much is the ticket? Because
it could be at like the $2 theaters, and people are just fucking rolling in playing it.
Black Panther came in 42nd this weekend at the box office.
Please tell me it beat something good. Please tell me it beat something good.
I'm not beat Superfly, if you remember Superfly. Still.
Holy shit!
That's funny.
Superfly came out a month ago, 2 months ago.
But what did it make? Where did it go? Black Panther.
187,000.
Okay, it made 37,000, which is not bad.
That's a car.
Considering you can go buy it for $25.
Oh yeah, it's out, isn't it?
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Weeks.
According to this, that 37,000 is up 1,395% from last weekend. How much did it make last weekend? Oh my God! It made what the? Okay, whoa. So for the last since the end of June, it's been making like 30-ish million per weekend. Then randomly last weekend it made 2,000. And then this last week,
million a weekend or
30,000.
30,000 a weekend.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Okay. No. So like 30,000 in a weekend.
Okay, just checking. I'm like, wow, it's still making 30 million.
It's still kicking around.
How come it's not beating Christopher Robin then?
Yeah.
I apologize. But then the weekend of the 27th to the 29th, it made 2,500, and then this weekend it made 37,000.
Wow.
Who knows?
I'm
trying to figure what's the uptick. All right.
That must be like really small towns that like have one screen that are like, we finally got Black Panther.
Yeah. I mean, because drive-ins, like if there's like a special screening or.
Yeah, I could see them doing double screening with that.
Because what was it? The 2 weeks before Ghostbusters came out, they had like a pseudo mini release, a re-release of the original. And it made like $80,000, which was good enough for like 14th that week.
Yeah.
And it's shit like that happens. I don't know, maybe something like
wow, that got the 14th place that weekend.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was just like, wow, 32-year-old movie just came back and did some money.
If it did make 80,000, that would put it on par with about what Hereditary made this weekend, coming in at 35th place.
Mm.
I'm waiting for that. That's a movie. That's a movie I'm dying to see again.
Me too.
Get
on our level, Peter.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Peter, what do you got coming up? You just uploaded
I just literally uploaded. Let me just tell you how much I crushed last week.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh boy.
There are officially 6 views, and one of which is my view on my last video.
I've been there. That pain.
Which is kind of hurts because, like, I guess it's because part of the thing was it was Skyscraper was like the thing, but I only talk about Skyscraper for like 6 minutes, and then I move on to like what the best year in film was, which was a much better topic.
Change the thumbnail.
It's too late. No one cares. I changed the title. No one cares. So no one's gonna watch it. You guys haven't watched it. I know. It's okay. It's I love you anyways. But see, you'd be all like, "Hey, excuse me, sir," but it's okay. But I just did one a BMG radio literally this afternoon. I put it up where it's
nice.
Talking about Mission Impossible, talking about the top films of 2002, stuff like that. So feel free to check that out. Maybe I'll get more than 6 views. We'll see. So that's what I got.
You don't have to watch it. You can just listen to it.
Yeah, that's like the big selling point now. But then again, it's my voice. So
dude, I feel old because Emily. That's all Emily does. Like when she's walking around the house, she like listens to YouTube shit. I'm like,
okay, so tell Emily to give me a listen. Be like, listen to Peter, just for the sake, just give him some encouragement. Yeah. So because you don't even have to watch me; you just listen to me for half an hour. And
bearded movie guy is the.
Although I don't understand why anyone would want to at this point, but it's okay.
It's the same thing as here.
I know, and I'm bringing your probably things down way high.
So. Nonsense.
No, that's Lindsay. He's the 2 cents of nonsense.
Hey, don't steal my gig. What is this?
Yeah.
Good segue.
Thank you.
What do you got? You got anything?
I'm working on a video for Death of a Nation. It's in script form right now. I was always disappointed with myself for doing a trailer video on Hillary's America, but never getting it up enough to do a video on the movie itself. So I'm attempting to rectify that. And I'm attempting to get super historical with it. And as I'm talking, because it's basically a propaganda film, so here's my advertising for this episode if I end up doing it. I'm basically comparing it to old school propaganda films like Birth of a Nation, where it took its name from, and Nazi propaganda movies, Triumph of the Will. So I don't know if that, I don't know if that makes people want to watch it or not, but I'm trying something different. So
Triumph of the Will is actually called a good movie for what it was done.
Oh, it is
as a movie itself. The woman who made
it? as far as
she dug holes so she could get people jumping over, cinematically, technically speaking, and what she wanted it to be, what it didn't end up becoming, what she wanted it to be was going to be a good film. But
I mean, if you can separate the whole Nazism, it's
they took it over and made it much more propaganda than she made the film to be.
Sure,
sure, yeah.
Stuff, we'll see.
I'd be interested to see that
propaganda. And tomorrow, are you done, Lindsay? You done?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, no, that's about all I got going on right now.
My 2 cents, as in pennies, of nonsense is the channel.
Yes, it is. Let's check it out.
Tomorrow here, I'll be joined by a bunch of lovely ladies in the horror community. Lindsay from Mother Mayhem. Lindsay, as we affectionately call her here. Nightmare Maven, Vicky from Nightmare Maven. Emily's forced contractually to be here.
So we put a ring on it.
And Queenie Todd will be here. And we'll be talking about, we'll open the discussion with roles of sex in horror and target audiences. Because we'll have quite a bevy of sexual taste in the chat video. I don't know how to explain it without sounding fucking yes, very very different tastes in what you're looking for. So it'll be an interesting topic. And if it gets boring, I guess we'll ask who your favorite of the big 3 is: Michael Myers, Jason, or Freddy. Because that's all that seems to matter in the horror community, right?
Also, just a good fallback.
When all else fails, ask Freddie, Michael, Jason.
Who'd you bang? Murder, death,
yeah.
So that's it, guys. That's it for this week. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
So you know what that means? 3, 2,
Until then.
fucking shoot.